Hello and welcome to Chatter Hoochee. I'm Matt.
And I'm George, and this week we're talking all about Matt's very exciting trip to see Kelsea Ballerina and who made the top of our Spotify Wrapped playlists. Do you know the line in the song that I was texting you about earlier? I can't unhear it, even though I know the words now. It sounds like he says, "I'ma sit my ass in a bag of turds."
Okay, go on. Hit me.
One moment, please. Okay, here we go. Wait for it. Here it comes. I'ma sit my ass in a bag of turds.
It does sound like that. It does.
It does. One more time. One more time.
Okay. It's misheard lyrics, isn't it? It's got to be on there.
I'ma sit my ass in a bag of turds. That's what he says. He
He
doesn't
does
actually. He
say
says
that.
he's going to sit his ass in the bag of church.
Mitchell, what's going on, my friend? What's going on?
Mitchell, you need some elocution lessons. No, joking. We actually love Mitchell Tenpenny. This is the first year, actually, that he... how many times do I want to say actually? He wasn't on my number one artist.
Oh,
Should
then.
we talk about Spotify Wrapped? Spotify Wrapped was not good this year, was it?
No.
Got a lot of hate because it went all AI and everyone was a pink Pilates princess.
And this, have you
Which
listened to your Wrapped AI podcast yet?
No?
There's a Wrapped AI. I haven't heard mine yet. I kind of skimmed through it, but there's like this Wrapped AI podcast now. And it it basically like gives you a full on analysis of your Wrapped, and it's like, yeah, man. So you listen to 1,000 minutes of Taylor Swift, and that's amazing, man. See, I think the reason why is because she was on the Eras tour. It's all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the
Okay.
thing now. And obviously, we've got the DJ guy who is, God, he's annoying.
He's so honestly, I don't know what he smokes sometimes because he gets it really right and he gets it really right, and then he gets it so wrong. Because one day in 2012, I listened to this one song and he's like, "Hey, yeah, this is someone you've not listened to for a while," and I'm like, "What?"
It's funny because I had it on the other day. I thought, let's try it out. I thought I'm like not bored of playing the same playlist, but I'm like, okay, let's see what it brings up. And it was like, hey, let's take a trip to memory lane. And it's like, this is 2006, and here's some Green Day. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, Green Day were a vibe, but do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't listened to Green Day on Spotify.
Yeah.
I listen to nothing other than country on Spotify, and it's been the way for quite a while now. So why are you giving me Green Day?
Yeah, or sometimes I'll listen, long car journey, you might want a bit of I like a musical. I like
Yeah.
to really belt it out. And he's like, "Well, I know you like songs from the stage, so here's a song from a musical you've never seen before." And why, babe? Why? Why are you doing that?
Is it more like I know you like songs from the musicals.
Yeah, yeah. How about this one? No, I don't know it. Don't give it to me.
How about this one from Mamma Mia?
Who was your number one?
Taylor, which really shocked me.
He says wearing a Kelsea Ballerina t-shirt.
Well,
The man's a player.
Kelsea, I'm very much on the Kelsea train right now, once again. I mean, I'm never off the Kelsea train, but after seeing Kelsea in London this week, we'll get to it. But Kelsea was not the record holder, she was the current holder of the number one spot on my Spotify Wrapped. Taylor had won 4 years prior to that every year. And she took the reign again, and I was surprised. I have to say. Do you want me to give you my top five?
Go on.
Okay,
Find
so
mine as well.
coming in at 5 was Dan and Shay, which I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought they'd be number one because I've absolutely just obliterated their music catalogue this year on Spotify.
Yeah, I thought they'd be number one.
Yeah, and what was funny is when you saw this, you thought because of the picture, it was their Christmas album.
Yes, but what was concerning is that it was realistic to me that their Christmas album could actually have made
Yeah.
for Spotify Rap Top 5 because I know how obsessed you are with
Yeah.
Dan and Shay.
It nearly happened. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised, to be honest. At 4 was Miss Kelsea Ballerini. She was number one last year. I think last year I
Number
did.
4, she's got one.
Yeah, I really listened to Subject to Change a lot in 2023. Um,
Ah,
so maybe where the album has come out later in the year, maybe that's where it's not quite matched up for this year. But believe me, I've had patterns on for the last 72 hours. So we're on for
yeah.
2025. At 3 was Mega Maroney,
Okay.
which is, again, makes sense because Am I OK came out in July, saw Meg, she was over here, makes sense. Number 2, Luke
Had a lot.
Combs.
Ooh. Oh, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I've had Luke a lot on this year, but more like the What You See Is What You Get album has been on a lot. I've had Loving on You when it rains it pours, that all that kind of vibe has been on a
Yeah.
lot for Luke. And then yeah, Taylor came in at number 1. So yeah,
Interesting.
that's me.
Do you know one of my favourite Luke Combs songs is way back in the archives? It's the I Know She Ain't Ready song. Do you know that one?
I know she ain't
I know
ready.
she has been for a while.
That
There's gonna be a
one.
new feature.
Yeah.
Clewes' covers.
Clues' covers. Christmas album next year coming 2025.
Yes. And this week on Chattahoochee, for the Clewes' covers section, we'll be doing Luke Combs. I know she ain't ready. Do you want
Okay,
mine wrapped?
let's do it.
Okay, coming in at number 5, Mr. Morgan Wallen.
Really? Morgan's in
I
there.
Yeah, well sometimes I just want to go full Wallen and I just get his songs on no particular album, no particular order.
You mean Waylon? Morgan Whalen.
Morgan Whalen. Morgan Whalen Jennings. Um
Yeah.
what was I absolutely rinsing? The Way I Talk. I just got obsessed with that.
Way I talk.
I sound a little bit like my daddy and I cuss around my mama. Number 4,
Mm-hmm.
Muscadine Bloodline.
A shock.
Obviously. I'm surprised they're actually at number 4.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised.
that's like your Dan and Shay is my Muscadine
Yeah.
Bloodline. Lakeview, number 3. That probably would have put them there. Jordan Davis snuck in at number 2. I don't know how that's happened.
What a coup for Jordan Davis, by the way.
I wouldn't have even called that. I wouldn't have even put him on there. But
Yeah.
apparently.
What a guy.
And then number 1, obviously, Mega Maroney. And then my top songs. Number 5 was Cowgirls. Number 4, top song, Holy Smokes, Bailey Zimmerman. Didn't see that coming. Apparently I played that a lot this year.
Okay.
Number 3, in case you forgot, My Hometown, Lakeview. Obsessed with that song.
Yeah.
And then number 2, Indifferent. Number 1, No Colour ID.
Do you want me to do my top 5
But
songs?
yeah, Jordan Davis. Wild card. Yes, please.
Coming in at 5 was Chattahoochee.
Oh! I thought you were giving yourself a jingle.
Chattahoochee. There we go. We're on
I
Chattahoochee.
think the cover only works if you have words. I think you can do Clues' covers
It's an
to
iconic guitar
music.
riff. It's an iconic riff. You got to do it. Number 4. Excuse me. You look like you love me. Ella Langley, Riley
You
Green.
look like you love me.
Number 3, bit of a rogue one. This is what I was saying with Luke Combs was when it rains it pours.
Okay.
'Cause I
Oldie but
think-
goodie.
I think when I'm in the car and I just like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sunday morning, do you know what I mean? Like it's turn that up. When it rains,
It's in the car, isn't it?
it's huge.
It's
Yeah,
got a certain vibe in the car. And I
Yeah.
think that's where Jordan Davis has snuck in because Jordan Davis is an excellent car journey
yeah,
company.
yeah. No, absolutely. At 2, I had some help. Obviously, the song of the year,
Obvious. Yeah.
of course. And number 1 was Lauren Watkins with Anybody But You.
Anybody but you. Oh, I am obsessed with Lauren Watkins, Gatlinburg.
Yeah. He don't love me. I'm gonna. What would the UK equivalent of that song be?
Hey, don't love me. I'm gonna
Merthyr Tydfil.
Southampton.
What would it be?
I would say Blackpool, but there's no syllables.
Manchester would work.
He Me, I'm going to
What
Manchester.
about
Nah,
Carlisle? I feel that's rogue.
there's not enough syllables though.
There is. He don't love me. I'm going to Carlisle. That works.
You've just made a syllable in there. Like
Um,
Aberdeen. He don't love me. I'm going to Aberdeen.
back up.
Edinburgh.
I'm going to Edinburgh. That kind of sounds the same as well because of the brr. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, great,
He don't
great
love
rap.
me. I'm going to get Edinburgh. Lauren Watkins, Anybody But You is your number one song.
Yeah, yeah. I, d-
Wow.
I was surprised, but I did when that album came out. I think I did listen to it a lot. I
That
appreciated that
song
album.
is so good.
Yeah. It's just so
I've,
like catchy. That and
oh,
Stuck in My Ways off the album.
yeah.
I'm
I have
just stuck in my
had so
ways.
many like drunk girl wine dance around my living room alone nights to Anybody But You.
Yeah.
Which makes me sound quite tragic. I might cut that bit out.
No, I think you should leave it in. She might like that. I
Just
think she'll
me on
appreciate
my
that.
own in the living room with a glass of red.
Yeah.
Far too often.
Yeah. Cool. That's Spotify Wrapped. I can't believe it's been and gone for another year. I know. Did you see it? I saw actually. I think Billboard did it, as they always do. Nice little stat. In the US, like the most streamed artist, according to Spotify, obviously Taylor was on there. Huge country kind of representation, by the way. Shabuzi Tipsy was one of the biggest songs of the year.
Oh no.
Morgan Wallen was in one of the most. I think he was second or third behind Taylor, like which is insane. Um, who else was on
Okay.
there? I think he had two albums in the top 10. Morgan Wallen in the US.
Sick.
Yeah, huge year, huge year. Um,
Huge year for country music. Honestly, so big.
hmm,
And I am doing my bingo nights.
go on.
My bingo hosting. And I have to like run the show for 3 hours, right? And I've put a couple of country in there
Okay, test the water.
just to see. I've got Shabuzi, Bar Song Tipsy. I've got 9 to 5, Dolly Parton, obviously. Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And Don't Hate Me, but I've got Beyonce, Texas Hold'em.
It's fine. It makes sense. You would
But
though,
everyone's
wouldn't
gonna
you?
know it.
Yeah, you would. You would
Everyone's
do
gonna
it.
know it.
You would do it. And I was gonna. What else could you put in there? What about Dasher? You got Austin in there?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's such a risk. It's such because if they don't vibe with it, then it's
Yeah.
just me on the stage like, anyway.
Do you know what you should do? You should do that hosting, but in the Spotify DJ voice.
I can't do it.
Yo,
It's bingo loco.
it's your gal G, ready for some bingo loco here in wherever you are. Now let's get some tunes on you've been loving this year. Here's some Dasher.
Can you call some numbers?
Hey, it's time for some numbers here. It's DJ at Bingo Loco. It's number 88. You don't want to be on your lonesome. It's number one.
Let's talk about Kelsea Ballerini.
Ugh, where do I start with Kelsea Ballerina?
Show the good people your shirt.
I didn't buy this at the weekend. This is a prior purchase.
Your truth.
This is actually the subject to change.
Actually, Matt, could you show everyone your phone background?
Do you think that this is a professional photo that I've nicked from someone? Like, what do you think? Do you think
Yeah.
so?
Did you take
Well,
that?
not quite. So story time. So we had
Oh.
a friend who was in the queue for Kelsey at 1 p.m. Doors didn't open till 7. In fact, they actually opened at 6:30 because the weather was so bad. She was 31st in the queue and she was at the front. And she took that photo on her phone. Insane. Like,
Oh my god.
she sent me loads. There's another one. Just look at the quality of that. Insane.
Oh my God.
Hang on, I'm just going to show you all of them. This one, insane.
That's so good. She was what, like barrier right at the front?
Yeah, another one,
Oh my God.
another one. Like, honestly,
Okay. I have sort of got the idea now though, thank you.
oh
Message
god.
received.
Okay, the actual gig. Let's talk about that. I should probably talk about that.
You all
Just
right? Do you need a minute?
I do. Bit flustered. Um, Kelsey was just unbelievable. Like she's just. I don't think she. I think I say this after every gig, but I just don't think like she's an artist who just does not get appreciated enough. I know she's huge and she's so crossover now, and the crowd was a little bit different to what you'd usually expect at a country gig. But I appreciate it's not. Kelsey isn't your typical country artist now, but she is just vocally on point. She's performance is just so at ease. Like everyone loves her. She's just such a good person on stage, and everything about it is just great. And I feel like I saw her on the Subject to Change tour in February last year, hence the t-shirt. But she was amazing then. But I feel like this show, I don't know. Like I just feel like she's like just this is her. Like she's reached a whole new level now. Um,
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And what was great is that she said, I mean, they all say this, right? But I mean, you got to believe it, and I believe her because it's Kelsey.
Oh,
But
I lap it up every single time.
yeah, but she said after that Madison Square Garden show that she did that was sold out, by the way. She obviously on the back of that and they'd announced a US arena tour. And then but she said that um after that Madison Square Garden show, she wanted to do one more show in 2024. It wasn't planned. And I think we kind of knew this, it wasn't planned. But she said, I want to do one more show and I need it to be in London. And she came over to London and played this one night only show. And there we are. And she's only played this show. Well, she actually said she played songs that she hadn't played before in the US, like live in that way.
Oh, which
So
ones?
there was a few off a few different albums. To be fair, she played most of "Rolling Up the Welcome Mat" as well. There was a few off like earlier albums that she played. I think I told you that she played "To the Men That Love Women After Heartbreak." She played that. There
Oh my
was
God, sorry. Matt was. I text you after because I knew you were at the gig on Saturday night because I couldn't go because I was on my work's Christmas do. And I was so, I'd it was late and I'd started the Christmas do early. So I was messaging you at 1 a.m. This is what time we were texting.
I think I just got back
Bear in mind,
home.
I went to bottomless brunch at 1 p.m. So give you a little bit of context.
Yeah.
Oh, but it does all make sense. But I do then just say, to the men who love women after heartbreak, yeah, rolling up the welcome mat. I kissed someone new last night. Now I don't care where you're sleeping, baby. Tell me everything.
I went, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's some more waffle. And then I say, you sent me a video, and then I say, I'm in a club lol, but will listen start. Peter Pan.
Yeah, she made Peter Pan. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
sorry.
She was great.
Wait, can I just ask, what do you mean the crowd was different?
So like, I think visibly it was like you go to a country gig and everyone is in, guys are in check shirts, whatever, hats, cowboy boots everywhere, dresses, hats. Do you know what I mean? Like but this was, I mean, don't get me wrong, the weather did not help, but
Yeah.
but it just wasn't like that, and it was more of like it was like a pop crowd.
Just a gig.
Just a gig, and like I guess she's with rolling up the welcome mat and now patterns. To be fair, she's talking to a lot of different people now, isn't she? And she, not that she wasn't before, but definitely those albums propelled that a lot. So that's just what it was like, and I'm glad she did. You know, she literally did an hour of patterns, did the album, and then she was like, it got to like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and she was like, so that's the end of the patterns era, and we were like, okay, what's she gonna do now? And it was literally like a few songs from each of the albums that she's released, with an extended bit for rolling up the welcome mat, which ended it, which was great. So, yeah, all round sensational.
Best song?
Best song. This is a great question. For pure vibes, Baggage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cowboys Cry 2 was unbelievable. Like on her own as well. Half expected Noah Khan to turn up, but we were dreaming. And what else? It was great to see like Peter Pan and things like that because she didn't play that on the last tour. So, yeah. And if you go down, if you go down, I'm going down too was a vibe as well. Everyone was going for that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could name the whole set list.
I saw a lot of videos of Hole in the Bottle.
Yes, holding a bottle as well. And also, I don't know if you saw the video that we posted, but she, obviously, her dog Dibs isn't very well at the moment. And currently staying with her mum. And she, like, FaceTimed her mum on stage because before she sung Penthouse, she said, every time I sing Penthouse, because obviously Dibs is mentioned in the song, she cries. She said, I'm hoping that this time I'm going to ring her and I can just see him, everything's fine, and then I'll just do the song. And she did, and then showed the crowd. Literally, her mum was on stage, and it took a while because her mum didn't answer the phone for a while, and she was like, literally, is she ignoring me? Yeah. But no, she answered, and yeah, bless. And sort of smashed Penthouse, which is probably, I think it's my favourite
I saw the
song.
video on like when she's like a backyard for Dibs, and then she like stops, doesn't she? And someone in the crowd was like, "Fuck you, Morgan."
She tried to like not laugh. Yeah, she was trying to hold it in.
I have like her in-ears in, so I didn't know whether she would have heard it, but then she does kind of like look up to them.
She definitely heard it for sure, and she definitely had a little laugh to herself.
I saw her in Birmingham 2 years ago.
Okay, was this the same tour? Were we at the same show?
Quite possibly. Was it early? Was it like February time?
Nick, last year, 2023. Subject to change, yeah.
No.
Birmingham,
Where did I go?
Well, I don't think she's been here for a while, before that, so it must have been. We were like right
I want to try
underneath. I'm gonna try and find a photo. Bear with. Can you see the thingy, the under bit? That's the under bit.
Why is it your background? Is your background just rotating pictures of Kelsea Ballerina? Oh, shut up. Yeah, it was. Matt, is that you?
What the hell? Because that literally, I reckon we were like 5-10 yards apart. Genuinely, like I think I was just a tad further round.
That's wild. Did you see that Mega Maroney has announced 4 new dates on her Am I OK tour? And she's like, now that all 50 dates are announced, where am I going to see you? And I'm like, babe, nowhere, because that can't be all of the dates, because there's no UK ones.
I mean, she has just been, to be fair.
I don't care. I'd go tomorrow. I would cancel my birthday, and I would go tomorrow.
You can't, you're interviewing Restless Road.
Yeah, I can't, I'm interviewing Restless Road. Okay, fine, I want to go tomorrow, go the day after.
There's been a lot of new releases Christmas-wise this year.
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite in your head that you can think of?
I mean, Mega Maroney.
This is the Mega Maroney podcast. Welcome.
This is the Mega Maroney podcast. All I want for Christmas is a cowboy.
It is a banger, to be fair.
But you know what though? Chanel Yates, Cowboy for Christmas, kind of same but different.
Yeah.
That one will get stuck in your head for days.
She really, the lyrics in that song, she went for it.
Yeah. I played it on the radio and I was a bit like, am I going to get in trouble for this? It's very Sabrina Carpenter vibes.
Yeah, she smashed it, to be fair.
And Woodburnt Red have just released one, which I haven't listened to yet.
I was waiting for you to mention that. Run, Rudolph.
Run, Rudolph. You've been listening to Chattahoochee, a 65 country podcast.
Remember to like, follow, and subscribe at 65.country on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.